They say the higher you climb, the harder you fall in. No one embodied that more than young Philly. Once the internet's golden boy, a beacon of laughter, success, and good vibes. Philly's name was synonymous with charisma. But behind those million-dollar smiles and viral videos, something darker was brewing. Rumors began swirling like wildfire, betrayals, broken friendships, and a scandal so shocking that even his closest allies refused to speak. It all began with a single leaked clip, just 22 seconds long, but it sent social media into complete meltdown. Fans were left speechless. The internet detectives went wild. Is that really Philly? No way, not him. What happened to the guy we all loved? Questions flooded timelines while hashtags like #PhillyExposed and #WhatHappenedToPhilly started trending worldwide. Suddenly, the man who brought joy to millions became the center of one of the most explosive online dramas of the decade. His friends turned silent, his brand deals vanished overnight, and his once loyal fan base split down the middle. But was this all just a misunderstanding, or had young Philly been hiding a truth so scandalous that even his biggest supporters couldn't forgive him? This is the story of the shocking fall of young Philly. It all started on a warm Friday evening, the kind that usually saw young Philly laughing on camera with his closest friends, cracking jokes that made even the grumpiest viewer smile. But this time, the laughter had stopped. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere was thick with tension, whispers, and the unmistakable feeling that something was about to explode. Those who knew him well said he'd been acting different, distant, distracted, almost haunted. No one could put a finger on it, but everyone felt that something was off. The first sign came from a random Instagram live. Fans flooded the comments asking why Philly looked so down. His usually bright energy was nowhere to be found. He forced smiles, mumbled short answers, and when one fan asked about his best mate, Chunks, he froze. A few seconds of silence that felt like hours. Then he laughed nervously and changed the topic. But the internet noticed. Clips from that live spread like wildfire, and speculation began to take root. Was there tension between Philly and Chunks? Had their legendary friendship finally cracked? A few days later, a mysterious Twitter account appeared, one that claimed to know the truth behind the fall of Philly. At first, nobody took it seriously. Fake accounts pop up every day. But then it dropped a bombshell. A screenshot of a private chat that allegedly showed Philly bad-mouthing his closest friends. Words that didn't sound like him at a Laragon cruel, full of betrayal. Fans were shocked. No way that's real, some said. Philly would never talk like that. But others weren't so sure. By morning, the messages were everywhere. Reaction videos popped up by the minute. The captions screamed things like "Philly exposed" and the truth behind Philly's fake smile. Fickwad, the pressure was suffocating. When Philly finally addressed it, he looked shaken. His voice trembled slightly as he said, "Those screenshots aren't real. I'd never talk about my friends like that." But the more he tried to defend himself, the deeper the internet dug. New proof appeared: voice notes, unseen photos, even claims from anonymous insiders. One of those so-called insiders was a woman who went by the name Leela. She posted a video late at night, her face half hidden, her tone grave. "I was part of his circle," she said. "You all think he's this happy, humble guy, but the Philly you see online isn't the real Philly. I've seen what he's done." Her video racked up over 2 million views in less than a day. People were divided, half defending Philly, half ready to cancel him completely. Behind the curtain, Philly's team was panicking. Sponsors started calling. One brand paused their collaboration, saying they needed to review the situation. His manager begged him to stay offline for a while. But Philly couldn't. He started posting cryptic messages lines like "Loyalty ain't, it's what it used to be, and funny how people switch up when money's involved." Fans didn't know what to make of it. Was he calling out his team, his friends, or the mystery woman Leela? Then came the podcast episode that changed everything. Chunks had invited Philly weeks before all the drama began. The episode went live as planned, but people immediately noticed the tension. Their usual chemistry was gone. At one point, Chunks joked, "Bro, we don't even hang out anymore." To which Philly replied with a forced laugh and said, "Yeah, man, just been busy. You know how it is." But there was no eye contact, no warmth. The internet caught it instantly. Comment sections exploded with speculation. "This isn't the same energy," one viewer wrote. "Something's definitely wrong between them." The next morning, Chunks unfollowed Philly on Instagram. That single act shattered whatever hope fans had left. It became the #1 trending topic on Twitter. Screenshots flooded timelines with captions like "The brotherhood is over" and "Friendship goals." Not anymore. Behind closed doors, things got even messier. According to someone close to the pair, there had been an argument weeks before. Philly had allegedly accused Chunks of backstabbing him in a business deal. Chunks, hurt and confused, tried to clear his name, but Philly wasn't listening. "You think I don't know what's going on behind my back?" he shouted. "I made you, bro." Those words apparently ended their friendship right then and there. Meanwhile, Leela's story kept evolving. She hinted that she had more evidence and promised to reveal everything soon. Her follower count skyrocketed. She began doing interviews, each one adding a new layer to the chaos. She claimed that Philly had betrayed not only his friends, but also someone in his family. She didn't name names, but she said what he did to his cousin, unforgivable. That single statement sent people into full-blown detective mode. Fans scoured old photos, searching for clues. In the middle of all this, Philly disappeared from social media. No posts, no stories, nothing. A week passed, then 2. People began to worry. Some said he'd gone into hiding. Others believed he was plotting a comeback. But when he finally reappeared, it wasn't the comeback anyone expected. He uploaded a video titled "The Truth." No fancy editing. No background music, just Philly sitting in a dimly lit room, eyes red, voice heavy. "I'm not gonna lie, man," he began softly. "This past month has been the hardest time of my life." He spoke about fake friends, broken trust, and betrayal. He denied the accusations, but admitted to making mistakes. "I ain't perfect," he said, "but I didn't deserve this." The video hit 10 million views in 2 days. Fans flooded the comments with messages of support, but not everyone was convinced. Leela responded within hours, posting a tweet that read, "Funny how people confess only to what's convenient." The war between them went public. She released another video, this time showing what looked like screenshots of money transfers and private messages. The internet went crazy again. His family tried to step in. His younger sister posted an emotional Instagram story saying, "You don't know the full story. Please stop spreading lies." But within hours, her post disappeared. Rumors spread that their mother had told her to take it down, fearing legal trouble. Then came the most unexpected twist, yet a leaked voicemail. A voice that sounded eerily like Philly's could be heard saying, "Tell them it's not me. I can't let them find out about what happened that night." Was grainy, unclear, but it was enough to reignite the fire. The internet exploded once more. Everyone wanted to know, what night was he talking about? What was he hiding? And just when it seemed the situation couldn't get any worse, someone from Philly's own management team broke their silence. In a now-deleted tweet, they wrote, "He brought this on himself. We warned him." That single message confirmed that something deeper was going on. The fall had officially begun. Fans who once screamed his name at live shows were now debating whether they'd ever really known him. His once perfect image was crumbling before the world's eyes. His laughter, once infectious, now echoed with regret. But this was only the beginning, because what happened next would turn the entire story upside down and expose secrets that even Philly himself might not have been ready to face. The internet was in complete chaos. Every influencer, gossip page, and podcast had an opinion about young Philly. His name dominated every trending list. And people who'd never even watched one of his videos suddenly acted like experts on his life. The leaked voicemail had everyone spiraling with theories. Some said it was edited, others swore it was real. Memes spread, clips circulated, and within hours, Philly went from national treasure to public enemy number one. Behind the scenes, he was spiraling. Those close to him described him as restless, barely sleeping, pacing through his apartment, replaying old messages and voice notes. He wasn't just fighting the internet, he was fighting himself. "They don't even know half the story," he muttered in a voice memo to a friend. "I was trying to protect people." And then came another blow. A well-known tabloid dropped an exclusive story claiming to have inside information from a member of Philly's family. The article painted him as controlling, jealous, and manipulative. It even suggested that his falling out with Chunks wasn't just about money, but about a secret that went far deeper. Fans couldn't believe it. What kind of secret? One tweet read, "What could make him betray his best mate like that?" That night, a blurry photo surfaced showing Philly arguing with a man outside a London restaurant. Both looked furious, their faces tense. The man was later identified as his cousin, Jordan, the same cousin fans believed Leela was referring to. Eyewitnesses claimed they heard shouting, "Something about the deal and you ruined everything." No one knew what deal they were talking about, but the internet quickly filled in the blanks. The next morning, Jordan broke his silence. He posted a long, emotional thread on Twitter, starting with the words, "I can't stay quiet anymore." He claimed that Philly had betrayed their family by cutting Jordan out of a joint business venture they'd started together years ago, before Philly got famous. "We started it together," Jordan wrote. "Then one day he ghosted me, rebranded everything, and said it was his idea. He built his empire off my work." The post instantly went viral. Fans felt torn. Some couldn't believe that the same guy who always preached positivity could do something like that. Others said Jordan was just chasing clout. But Jordan didn't stop there. He posted screenshots, documents, emails, receipts that seemed to back his story. He wanted all the credit, Jordan said. He didn't just lose his friends. He lost his soul. As the world turned on him, Philly's silence became deafening. But behind closed doors, he was furious. In a private conversation with his manager, he shouted, "They're all using me. They wouldn't even have careers without me." His manager tried to calm him down, but Philly wasn't having it. He slammed his phone on the table, yelling, "I'll tell them everything if they keep pushing me." Meanwhile, Leela returned with another video. This time, she claimed she had been dating Philly during the early days of his fame. "He used me," she said tearfully. "He promised me love, loyalty, and then dropped me the second he got big. And when I tried to walk away, he made sure I never got a chance to speak." Her story added a whole new layer of emotion to the already tangled mess. Fans were heartbroken. The comments were full of disbelief. Not Philly too. Why are all our idols the same? In one of the most unexpected moves, Chunks broke his silence in a TikTok live. He didn't name anyone, but his words hit hard. "You can't save everyone, man. Some people just show you who they really are when fame hits." He sighed and looked down for a long moment before adding, "I still wish him peace, though." His tone was calm, but the message was clear: the brotherhood was truly over. Philly couldn't take it anymore. He called Chunks repeatedly, but every call went straight to voicemail. He sent long messages begging to meet up to explain, but Chunks never responded. Instead, he posted a cryptic story saying some bridges ain't worth rebuilding. That hurt Philly more than he could admit by now. His fan base was split into two camps: the defenders and the doubters. The defenders flooded his old videos with supportive comments, writing things like, "We believe in you, bro," and "Everyone makes mistakes." The doubters, though, were relentless. They created compilation videos, piecing together old interviews where Philly might have hinted at arrogance or deceit. They said the signs were always there then. A new piece of evidence surfaced: a short video allegedly filmed at an after-party months earlier. In it, Philly could be seen shouting at someone off camera, slurring his words, saying things like, "I made all of you, remember that?" The clip went viral instantly. People replayed it in slow motion, analyzing every frame. Some said it was taken out of context. Others said it confirmed everything. The internet, once his biggest ally, had officially turned on him. His sponsors began to cut ties one by one. A clothing brand issued a statement saying, "We value integrity and transparency, and we've chosen to end our partnership with young Philly." His upcoming show was postponed indefinitely. Even his management hinted they were reviewing their options. Philly sat in his apartment alone, scrolling through the chaos. Every headline felt like a dagger. He threw his phone across the room, shouting, "They don't even know what really happened." Tears filled his eyes, his mind racing with regret. He opened his laptop and began typing a long message, a confession, a defense, a desperate attempt to take back control. He uploaded it as a late-night YouTube post titled, "What They're Not Telling You." In it, he revealed that the business deal with Jordan had fallen apart years ago. Not because of betrayal, but because Jordan had allegedly mishandled money. "I tried to protect him," Philly wrote. "I didn't want to ruin his reputation, but now he's ruining mine." He also denied ever dating Leela seriously, calling her someone who wanted attention after things ended. The post received mixed reactions. Some people finally started defending him again, saying he deserves a chance to explain. But others accused him of lying, claiming he was just trying to shift the blame. Leela fired back with a series of emotional tweets, writing, "He's still manipulating people. I have proof." The next morning, screenshots of private DMs between Leela and a verified gossip page leaked. In them, she admitted that she might have exaggerated a few details to make her story more powerful. Suddenly, the tide began to turn. Fans who had canceled Philly were now questioning everything. So she lied. Did she make it all up? The hashtag Justice for Philly started trending, marking the first real shift in public opinion. But just when it looked like things might finally calm down, another bombshell dropped. A well-known music producer claimed that Philly had paid people to spread fake rumors about Leila to discredit her. He even posted what he said were voice notes of Philly instructing someone to shut her up. The internet lost its mind all over again. For the first time, Philly didn't respond. No tweets, no posts, no lives. Silence. People speculated he was planning something huge, maybe a tell-all interview, or even a documentary. But behind that silence was chaos. His team was falling apart. His assistant quit. His lawyer stopped answering calls. And deep down, Philly knew he was standing on the edge of something he might not come back from. One night, unable to sleep, he scrolled through old videos of himself and Chunks. He watched them laughing, hugging, celebrating milestones. He whispered softly, "How did we get here, bro?" His voice cracked. He didn't realize someone was recording him. A member of his team, frustrated and broke, sold that clip to a gossip site the next day. The internet saw a different side of Philly in that clip, broken, lost human. Fans began to feel sympathy again. "He's hurting," one comment read. "Maybe we were too harsh." But sympathy in the age of social media never lasts long, because within 48 hours, another scandal was about to surface, one that would drag not just Philly, but his entire family into the storm. The next morning, London woke up to headlines that made jaws drop across the country. "Young Philly's family's secrets exposed," screamed one tabloid. "New evidence links Philly's downfall to hidden family feud." Social media erupted again, but this time, the chaos had a different tone, colder, more personal. The story claimed that the real source of all the drama wasn't Leela, wasn't Chunks, wasn't even Jordan. It was something deeper, rooted in his own family. The article revealed that years before Philly found fame, his father had been involved in a messy financial scandal that allegedly involved several local business owners. When Philly blew up, he'd used his newfound success to quietly settle some of those debts. But according to the leaks, not everyone was paid back. One of those families had allegedly been trying to reach him for years. He thinks his fame puts him above everyone. A source was quoted saying, "But we remember what he did." Fans were stunned. People began digging through old interviews where Philly had briefly mentioned his tough upbringing. Suddenly, every word, every pause was dissected for hidden meaning. The story gained traction fast. And a mysterious Twitter account appeared again, the same one that had posted the first leaked screenshots weeks earlier. This time it tweeted, "You can't hide from your past, even if you're famous." Inside his apartment, Philly stared at the screen, numb. "They're bringing my family into this now," he said quietly. His sister Mia sat beside him, shaking her head. "Bro, you need to stop reading that stuff," she said softly. "They'll twist anything to break you." But he couldn't stop. He scrolled endlessly, watching as people he'd never met analyzed his family's history like it was a TV show. That evening, Jordan went live on Instagram again. With tears in his eyes, he said, "This isn't just about business anymore. This is about blood. Our family's been through enough, and he still won't tell the truth." He claimed that Philly had paid off certain people to keep quiet about what? Really happened with their uncle's failed business venture. He made it look like he saved the family, Jordan said bitterly. But he's the reason we lost everything in the first place. The comments exploded with fire emojis and shocked reactions. Not Philly's own cousin saying this. This story's getting darker by the minute. By midnight, the live had been viewed over 3 million times, and even mainstream news outlets were covering it. Meanwhile, Layla returned to social media after weeks of silence, posting a cryptic message, "The truth is never one-sided." Fans were confused. Was she now defending Philly? Or was she adding fuel to the fire? Her next story made it even stranger. It showed a screenshot of a message from someone saved as M, saying, "We both know he's not the only one to blame." Who was M? Speculation went wild. Some said it was MIA, Philly's sister. Others thought it was a manager. Or even someone from Chunk's team. Late that night, a voice message surfaced online, this time confirmed to be real. It was Philly sounding exhausted and broken. "I'm done hiding," he said. "If they want the truth, they'll get it. All of it." Within hours, he posted a new video titled, "Everything They Said About Me." The thumbnail showed him sitting alone in a dark room, face buried in his hands. The video began quietly. "This isn't for clout. This isn't for sympathy," he said. "This is for me." He took a deep breath before revealing that the business drama with Jordan had started when their uncle's shop went bankrupt. Philly claimed he had tried to help by investing some of his early YouTube money, but Jordan misused it. When the truth came out, the family was split. "I didn't steal from him," Philly said firmly. "I tried to save him, but he blamed me instead." He also addressed the rumors about his dad, admitting that there had been issues in the past, but denying that he was covering anything up. "I paid some debts because I wanted to protect my mom's peace," he said, voice cracking. "But I never did anything illegal." Then, to everyone's surprise, he mentioned Leela by name. "We did date," he said, "but it wasn't what she made it sound like. I cared about her, but she wanted something I couldn't give. When I ended things, she turned on me." For the first time in weeks, fans saw the real pain behind the headlines. The comment section filled with support. "This broke my heart," one fan wrote. "He's just a human being." Others, though, still doubted. "Too many convenient excuses," another said. "He's only sorry because he got caught." But what no one expected was what came next. An anonymous email was sent to multiple media outlets within hours of the video's release. It contained screenshots of an alleged group chat titled "Damage Control." In it, several messages appeared to show Philly and his management discussing how to spin the story and leak selective info to gain sympathy. One message, allegedly from Philly, read, "Make sure Jordan's story gets discredited before I post the video." The backlash was instant. So it was all fake. He's manipulating everyone again. Hashtags like #PhillyLies and #PhillyGate trended within minutes. People who had just begun to forgive him turned cold again. The redemption arc had crumbled before it even began. Philly's team denied the messages, claiming they were fabricated. But the damage was done. He lost another brand deal. One of his TV projects was quietly shelved. His name became toxic overnight back in his apartment. Philly slammed his laptop shut and muttered, "I can't win. Mia tried to comfort him, saying, "Bro, you don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore." But he shook his head. "It's not about them, it's about me. I built everything from nothing. I can't let them take it." As days turned into weeks, he stayed offline again. Rumors swirled that he'd fled the country, hiding out in Spain. Paparazzi photos soon emerged, showing him sitting alone at a beachside cafe, wearing a hoodie, staring blankly into the ocean. Fans couldn't tell if they should feel sorry for him or angry at him then. Out of nowhere, Chunks posted a photo. It was an old picture of the two of them laughing during one of their first shoots. No caption, just a broken heart emoji. The internet went wild. Was this forgiveness? Nostalgia. A farewell. People speculated endlessly. Philly saw the post. For the first time in months, he smiled sadly but genuinely. He opened his DMs, typed out a message to Chunks. "I miss my brother." Then he paused, deleted it, and whispered, "He deserves better." But just as things seemed to be calming down, another twist sent everything spiraling again. A well-known journalist posted a thread claiming to have obtained voice recordings that proved the family feud wasn't just about money. It was about betrayal on a much deeper level. According to her, Philly had allegedly leaked personal information about Jordan to a rival company in exchange for an exclusive deal. The journalist promised to release the tapes in 24 hours. The internet exploded again. Countdowns began on Twitter. Fans, haters, and even neutral observers waited to hear what would finally break the silence once and for all. Meanwhile, inside a dimly lit room somewhere in London, Philly sat with his head in his hands. His phone buzzed with notifications, but he didn't look. Mia paced behind him, saying, "You have to say something before they do, bro." He didn't respond. After a long silence, he finally said, "Maybe it's time they hear the real truth, the one nobody knows." And that's when he made a decision that would change everything again. He picked up his phone, opened his notes app, and began typing a confession that would shake his entire world to its core. Because as he was about to reveal, this story wasn't just about fame or betrayal anymore. It was about guilt. And the secret he had been carrying was far darker than anyone had ever imagined. The clock struck midnight when young Philly hit record. The world was asleep, but he wasn't. His hands trembled, his eyes red and hollow from weeks of exhaustion. The camera's red light blinked back at him, almost mocking him. He took a deep breath, stared straight into the lens, and whispered, "I can't keep pretending anymore." His voice cracked as he spoke. "This isn't about rumors or tweets or clout. This is about what really happened." He paused, his breathing shallow, as if summoning courage from somewhere deep inside. "The truth is, I did something I've never forgiven myself for." He leaned forward, elbows on his knees, staring down at the floor. "When my uncle's business went under, it wasn't just bad luck. I was the one who told the investors to pull out. I thought I was protecting my family, but I ended up destroying his. Jordan found out months later, and he's never forgiven me. I lied to everyone because I couldn't face what I'd done." His voice broke completely. "I ruined everything trying to be the hero." The silence after those words was heavy, suffocating. "And that night they keep talking about," he continued softly, "it was the night Jordan found out. We argued, things got out of hand. He pushed me, I pushed back. I didn't mean to hurt him, but he hit the wall hard. I panicked. I called someone I shouldn't have. They covered it up, and I've been living with that guilt ever since." He ran his hand over his face, tears glistening on his cheeks. "So yeah," he said bitterly, "they're right. I wasn't the person you thought I was. I built this image of being funny, humble, the guy everyone could love. But behind that smile, I was scared. I was ashamed. I was trying to bury the truth under followers and brand deals." The camera caught every crack in his voice, every pause where he seemed to fall apart. "I don't expect forgiveness," he said. "I just want people to know I'm done hiding. I'm ready to face whatever comes next." Then he ended the video with a shaky sigh and turned the camera off. The video went live at 2:47 a.m. within minutes. Fans across the world began sharing it. Some couldn't believe what they were hearing. Others praised him for finally telling the truth. But for many, the confession was too much. "This is dark," one comment read. "I feel like I don't even know him anymore. Least he's owning up," another wrote. "He's still human." By sunrise, the internet was in meltdown. News outlets picked up the story instantly. Some called it the most shocking celebrity confession of the decade. Others accused him of trying to manipulate the narrative again. A few even claimed the story didn't add up. Why confess now, after everything? What triggered it? As debates raged online, Chunks broke his silence again. He posted a black screen on his story with the words, "Bro, I forgive you." Those 4 words shattered the internet all over again. Thousands of fans flooded his comments with heart emojis and crying faces. "The brotherhood is back," one wrote. Forgiveness hits different. But not everyone was ready to move on. Jordan went live later that day, his voice shaking with anger. "Forgive. He nearly destroyed our family." He gets to cry on camera, and suddenly everyone feels sorry for him. He slammed his phone down, shouting, "He's not a victim." His rage reignited the divide among fans. Meanwhile, Leela posted a quiet message on her Instagram story. He told the truth. "I hope now he finds peace." For the first time, she sounded calm, almost relieved. People began to wonder if she had known the full story all along, behind the scenes. Philly's team scrambled to handle the fallout. His lawyer advised him not to say another word, but it was too late. The video had already changed everything. Every media outlet was dissecting it. Every influencer had an opinion. Every brand was holding emergency meetings. His name had become bigger than ever, but for all the wrong reasons. Philly, however, didn't care about the headlines anymore. After uploading the video, he turned off his phone and disappeared. No one saw him for days. Rumors swirled that he checked into a private retreat outside London, trying to rebuild his mental health. A few fans even claimed to have spotted him walking near the countryside. Alone, Hood pulled up headphones in Dot. A week later, Chunks posted a new video. It wasn't a collab or a vlog, it was a heartfelt message. Sitting in his studio, he said quietly, "I've known Philly for years. I've seen his best days and his worst. And yeah, he messed up. But I also know his heart. We all make mistakes, some worse than others. But if we can't forgive, what's the point?" His words brought people to tears. The comment section was filled with love, unity, outbreak. But even as public sympathy started to grow again, there were still unanswered questions. The journalist who had promised to release the alleged voice recordings suddenly deleted all her tweets. Her account vanished overnight. Some speculated she'd been threatened. Others said she'd realized the tapes were fake. But it added yet another layer of mystery soon after. A leaked photo showed Philly at an airport, hugging his mom tightly before boarding a flight. No caption, no statement, just a moment of quiet closure. Fans flooded the internet with messages like, "Hope he finds peace, and maybe it's time to let him heal." Then something unexpected happened. An open letter appeared on his official website, titled "To Everyone I Hurt." In it, Philly wrote, "I can't change the past, but I can own it. I've lost friends, family, and myself in this storm. I'm not proud of what I've done, but I'm learning to forgive myself. To those who stood by me, thank you. To those who walked away, I understand." He ended the letter with a line that hit everyone in the gut. "Maybe I had to fall this hard to finally see who I really am." Within hours, the internet started shifting again. Creators began posting reaction videos praising his honesty. One comment summed it up perfectly. This wasn't just a fall, it was a lesson. Even Jordan, after weeks of anger, posted a cryptic message: "Blood is blood. Time heals." Slowly, brands began reaching out again, not for deals, but to offer support. A mental health charity announced that Philly had joined them as a spokesperson. Using his platform to raise awareness about anxiety and guilt in the entertainment industry, fans began trending hashtag Philly Rises as a sign of solidarity, In a quiet, emotional moment caught by paparazzi weeks later, Philly was seen meeting Chunks again. No words were exchanged at first, just a long, emotional hug. Both looked tired but relieved. When they finally spoke, Chunks said softly, "Bro, we've been through hell." Philly nodded, whispering, "And we're still standing." The clip went viral instantly, symbolizing forgiveness, growth, and the complicated beauty of friendship. Fans everywhere felt emotional watching the two brothers reunite after everything. In the following months, Philly stayed away from the spotlight. He stopped posting flashy content, focusing instead on music that reflected his pain and redemption. One song, titled "Broken Mirrors," became an instant hit not because of its rhythm, but because of its raw honesty. The lyrics spoke of guilt, loss, and learning to start again. "They watched me fall. They watched me cry. But through the hate, I learned to try. I lost myself but found my soul. The price of fame, it took its toll." Fans flooded the comments with tears and heart emojis. Some said it was his best work yet. Others called it the apology we didn't know we needed. Months later, he finally gave a short interview. When asked what he'd learned from everything, he smiled faintly and said, "You can lose everything overnight. Your fame, your friends, your name. But if you keep your heart honest, that's something nobody can cancel." It was a quiet but powerful moment. And though not everyone forgave him, and not everyone believed him, one thing became clear. Young Philly's fall had changed him forever. He was no longer the same man who laughed behind the camera, hiding his fears. He was raw, flawed, human, and as fans watched him rebuild brick by brick. One comment under his newest post said it best: "Sometimes the fall isn't the end. It's just the start of something real." And that, right there, is the unbelievable journey of young Philly's shocking fall, a story filled with betrayal, guilt, heartbreak, and redemption. From internet royalty to rock bottom, and somehow, a man brave enough to face the wreckage he created. The laughter, the lies, the love, and the loss, it all came crashing down. But out of the ashes rose someone raw, real, and unfiltered. Whether you believe he's changed or think it's all an act. One thing's for sure, no one will ever look at young Philly the same way again. But what do you think? Was Philly a victim of fame or the architect of his own downfall? Did the world judge him too harshly? Did he finally just show his true self? The truth might still be buried somewhere in the chaos, and maybe we'll never know what really happened that night. But one thing we can't deny is how quickly fame can turn from a dream into a nightmare. If you made it this far, you're officially part of the drama. So don't just sit there, drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what side you're on, Team Redemption or Team Exposed. Hit that like button if this story blew your mind, and make sure to subscribe. Because we've got more insane celebrity stories coming that will leave you speechless. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single twist. Because in the world of fame, nothing and no one is ever really what they seem.